just done a caffeine detox and today is round 2. I'm not happy about it because I have grown a love for caffeine. Like a morning coffee, but I never used to drink caffeine. I went like nearly 22 years of my life without drinking any caffeine. I never drank energy drinks, pre-workout, coffee, none of it. I've tried it, but I never like drank it. And now I'm an addict. My caffeine is at an all-time high. So I'm gonna do a detox for 2 weeks, 3, pushing it. I don't know yet, but it started today. It's only 9 o'clock. I have done a workout with no caffeine and it went well, but first day there's still obviously going to be caffeine in my system, so we're going to be okay. But I am going to make a decaf coffee because why not? Feel how I look, and that is I had to lie down for 20 minutes. I have a headache. I just want to fall asleep. But my essay is awaiting on me. So I'm gonna push through. I'm just not doing good. I thought I'd be fine on day 1. I thought it would hit me later on. But I'm actually not doing good. Anyway, let's continue on with this day and try and stay awake. Good morning. It's been a few days because it is day 7 of no caffeine and I'm stoked. We made it a full week. I'm probably going for another full week, but I feel good and I cannot believe I'm saying that because if you've all watched my first detox, I should have listened to Greg Doucette. This time around, I'm back to my workout grind, feeling full of energy, even with no caffeine. So very, very happy about that. Outfit of the day because Melbourne is gloomy. Good morning. It is day 10 of the caffeine detox. I'm not a singer, but I'm feeling alive. Kind of. I look tired. I feel tired, of course, but like not like horrendous. Like I've been doing so good, so I'm about to hit a workout on no caffeine. The last few days have been so easy on the caffeine detox. Do a leg day workout. It is early in the morning right now. I think it's like 6:45. Did I make you yawn? My caffeine detox has officially ended because I had a coffee today. I was very happy and alive, but I thought I'd wrap up this detox. This is take 2 of the caffeine detox. I've done it once before. I'll have to check. It's pretty much when my last detox video went up, which was a very popular video on my channel. Hence why I decided I would make a number 2 because I was going to do the caffeine detox anyway, so why not document it, see what happens differently this time, which it was very different. So let's get into it. Why I detoxed. I detoxed because I use caffeine purely kind of like my energy source for my workouts, and I use it sometimes if I've ever done a fast, which I know is very a taboo topic. Like a lot of people have their opinions about it, and that is fine. I'm gonna leave your opinions to your opinions, but it has worked really well for me in the past for that. My tolerance gets too high. I know I went my whole life without caffeine, but when I started back into my fitness journey, caffeine was a great help. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really great source of energy for me and helped me hit some hard workouts. It helped me stay in my calorie deficit easier. Like, it just helped me maintain that. It is what it is. I noticed I was consuming more than maybe 2 coffees a day, even more than 1 coffee a day. I know that my tolerance is starting to get too high, because when you take your coffee and you're not getting that like hit and realizing like, oh, I'm full of energy, I could do a beast workout. And when it's just like, oh nice, like I enjoyed my coffee, my energy feels good. Like when it's just become like a mundane kind of energy, your everyday normal energy, you're not getting that same hit from caffeine. It is just purely in your body now and you're relying on it every day. So for me, that is when my caffeine tolerance is too high, because caffeine is not all bad. But there are forms of caffeine that can be worse for you than others. I think coffee, like coffee beans, caffeine from coffee beans is probably one of the most natural sources of caffeine you will find in the caffeine industry, and probably the best for you in relative amounts. This caffeine detox went really well. Honestly, if you've watched my previous video, you know how it went. If you watched the start of this vlog, it started off rough, but then it just picked up. And honestly, after 2 days, I felt pretty good. Like, I was more tired, of course, but I wasn't having headaches. My body actually detoxed from coffee really well this time, and I'm actually so happy. 2 weeks flew by, and here we are. And I had a coffee today. Chat about the benefits of a caffeine detox, because you're probably wondering, why would you do that to yourself, Oliver? Reduces anxiety. If you're someone who does suffer from anxiety, which I think we all do on a certain scale, it's just where you lie on it, on that anxiety scale is different for everyone, but I think it's a feeling that is very hard to avoid throughout your life. You're always gonna have feelings of anxiety. You might find when your caffeine tolerance is up and you're consuming more than usual, your anxiety is also increased. And for me, that is a big factor of caffeine. My anxiety does increase. So I try to monitor it. And when I know I'm having a lot of anxiety, I will not try and consume more than 1 coffee a day. So the benefits of a caffeine detox, one is if you have anxiety, you'll probably notice it reduce tenfold when you have no caffeine in your system. Another benefit to a caffeine detox is you will have better mineral absorption and vitamins. Your body can't absorb vitamins and minerals that you're getting in your micronutrients, in your food intake, as well when you are drinking caffeine. It stops the absorption being at its optimal. Other benefit is sleep. Your sleep will improve because you have less caffeine. To be honest, for me, I don't notice the huge difference. I am blessed. I'm a very good sleeper, but I also don't ever, when I'm having caffeine, I don't ever consume it past 2-3 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours. So whatever you had 6 hours later, you still have half of that amount. If you had 200 mg of caffeine, you still have 100 mg of caffeine in you 6 hours later. If you stop taking caffeine at 3 p.m. and you go to bed at 10 p.m., that is around 7 hours difference of no caffeine. So you've at least burnt off half of it. So that's why I recommend not taking caffeine in the afternoon, because it will affect your sleep. Because I already had a very good discipline with my caffeine and the time I take it, I didn't have that issue when I would go to sleep. So that is a benefit. But take note, if you're consuming caffeine in the afternoon and you're wondering why you have bad sleep, maybe you should caffeine detox. Overall, will I keep doing caffeine detoxes? Yes. Is it a little bit of torture? At the start, it always feels horrible, but it gets better. The benefits pay off, and I think in the long run, you should always do a caffeine detox every few months in order to get the true benefits from caffeine, and that is why I caffeine detoxed for the second time around. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my caffeine detox. I try to show realistically what it is like. I would also like to reiterate that when I say a caffeine detox, or if I say coffee detox, I mean every single bit of caffeine. I do not drink tea that has caffeine in it. I do not drink pre-workout energy drinks, coffee when I'm on a caffeine detox. I eliminate all sources of caffeine from my diet, especially tea that you might have thought was like caffeine free, because a lot of people drink tea before bed. I always ensure I'm drinking a caffeine free tea before bed. Rooibos is my favorite. I also buy a decaffeinated black tea. Like, you can find them in the supermarket, and I highly recommend doing that, especially while on a caffeine detox as well. I think substituting a few different drinks, if you're so used to having a nice warm cup of coffee, or if you're an iced latte kind of girl, which I am not. I cannot drink cold coffee. I don't know what it is about it. Cold coffee is a no from me. Maybe that'll change in the future, since I used to say the same thing about any sort of coffee, and now here I am talking about my love for coffee. But yeah, I just make sure you cut out all forms of caffeine if you really want to eliminate it from your system for like a 2-week period. I recommend, if you're going to do a detox, aim for 2 weeks. Anything less than a week, you probably still got a bit of caffeine in your system and you're just gonna feel horrible. So you wanna get past that stage where it actually feels good. After the first 4 days, the next 10 days were a breeze of no caffeine. Let me know if you caffeine detox. I'm highly interested. I don't know what it is, but I haven't heard many people doing caffeine detoxes in their life, and I think that's a little bit daunting, because I'm sure you've consumed caffeine for many years, and it's a bit scary if you've then never gone more than a day without it, or a few days. So yeah, I hope these tips helped for a caffeine detox, and that's it.